What's up, guys? It's been a little minute since I recorded a YouTube video. In terms of my update on my progress for my first 10K month, I have not achieved that goal yet, but I am currently funded on 2 Lucid 50K accounts, and I'm halfway to passing another 2, and I've secured a winning day across the 2 that I am funded with currently, so yeah, it's been going good. Other than that, I've been stuck in eval jail for like the past month before that, but now we're finally funded again, so the reason I'm making this video is because I get a lot of people in my TikTok and in my Instagram DMs and my comments kind of asking me how I trade, what my specific model is. And the best way I can answer that is that a lot of it is discretion, but I also use a lot of SMT divergence. So instead of me making a video and explaining it, I'd rather just show you guys a month's worth of me backtesting. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask AI to pick a random month and year from 2009 until now. And so I'll go ahead and do that now. So give me random month and year from 2009 until now. And it gave me March 2022. I don't know if you guys can see it, but no reason for me to lie. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll go ahead and name this March 2022. We'll start with a 50K balance since that's what I'm currently trading with my prop firms. And we're going to do NQ and ES, obviously, because like I said, I do use SMTs. So I am looking at both indices while I am trading. So we'll go to March 2022, which is perfect actually because we are in March right now. It is currently March 3rd. So we'll do March 1st until March 30th. Let's see. Okay, bang. So, okay, let's go ahead and get this started. All right, so currently we'll go on the higher time frames, kind of see where we're at. It's being a little buggy right now. I think I just have to mess with it. There we go. All right, so currently this is like around during COVID, so I am expecting, yeah, we're in an overall bearish trend. All right, so let's see if we have any news for this day. Of course, the first day we have Powell speaking. Most likely not going to be trading this day, but we will see what price action gives us. So what time is it currently? It's 2 a.m. I'm going to go ahead and change the time to New York as well. UTC. There we go. All right, so it's currently 10 p.m. So let's fast forward a little bit on the hourly. All right, let's see. It's currently 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. right here. Go down, skip ahead a little bit more as well. All right, so market opens. We have Asia highs up here. Actually, these are London highs. London highs, and then we have Asia lows down here. So on the 5-minute time frame, not really doing too much yet. Let's see if ES ended up taking out those highs. Okay, so we do have a bearish SMT formed at London highs. Let's just see what price does from here. All right, so we get a nice displacement down. ES is still above New York lows, correct? Yeah, we're still above New York lows. Okay, so we have these Asia lows down here. Let's see if we could possibly get an entry here, some sort of retracement. So we have this 5-minute opening up. All right, there we go. We get a retracement in this 5-minute, and we ES is still pretty far from these lows down here. These are relative equal lows as well if we have these previous day lows right here. So let's see if we can go down to the 2-minute. So we do get a 2-minute inverse out of that as well as a tiny 3-minute inverse right here. Now, although we did inverse this, I don't really like the fact that we closed with a wick, so I would want to wait for another candle just to confirm. Okay. Let's go down to the 1-minute time frame, see what happens. All right, there we go. So we get a nice displacement down. So this is telling me this is a valid entry. So our TP would be at these London lows down here, or at these Asia lows, right? Yeah, Asia lows. So I am going to enter here. Since this is a Powell speaking day, or FOMC day, we are going to de-risk a bit. So we'll go in with half a mini and sell here. So we'll put our stop loss right at the candle body right here. And like I said, we're going to be targeting these session lows down here. So a little over 1-to-1. We're going to enter here. Around a 40-point stop. Let's just see what happens. And we get cooked immediately. Okay. So why did this trade fail? This is why I de-risk, because it is a Fed speaking day. And we end up ripping up. Okay, that's fine. So we're starting off with a loss, not really the best, but we'll go ahead and go to the next session. Currently down $397. All right, let's see if we have any news to this day as well. We got PMI. There's a lot of news this week. Okay, so we got PMI today as well at 10 a.m. Dude, and we have a Powell speaking again. Holy shit. Okay. Bit of a rough start to the month in terms of news, but we'll just see what happens. Okay. Any higher time frame SMTs? No, there is not. We do have relative equal highs up here. Okay. I'd like to see these highs get taken out before we make a move lower, but what time is it here? 7 a.m. We'll go and skip ahead a bit. All right, so what is this? Market open. All right, so we come up and we take out these highs. We're way above these highs now. So anything on the 4 hour? Okay. We got this 4 hour gap up here. It's gonna be another potential draw. Let's go down to 5 minute. Market still hasn't opened yet. There we go. All right, let's see if we make an SMT at these London highs. We do not. So NQ is displacing lower here. Let's just see what happens. At this point, it is almost news. Coming to this 5 minute gap. I feel like this is a solid draw on liquidity down here. Let's see how this 1 hour is forming. So I do like that this is forming bearish. We have session lows that are also above this 1 hour. However, we did already retrace in this 4 hour, so it's a bit tricky. Let's just see what happens here. Let's go down the 1 minute time frame. At this point, news has already came out. All right, so we get a nice displacement there. Rejecting hard out of this 5 minute. So I think this would be a good target to target these session lows right here. These are London lows. What time is the Powell speaking as well? He's already speaking at the moment, so should be a lot of volume entering the market here. Since it is Powell speaking again, I am going to de-risk yet again. So we're going half a mini or 5 micros. Stop loss above this wick, targeting these session lows. So we are entering shorts. Around another 40-point stop. Gives us some room for our trade to breathe. All right, let's see how this plays out. All right, at this point, we're around 1-to-1 R. So I will be going break even here. Move slightly into profit. Let's see if we get edged. All right, TP hit. All right, so that's a valid trade. Now it puts us up on the week. What is today? Today is Thursday. All right, so we'll go ahead and go to the next session. Okay, let's see if we have an SMT formed at this wick low. We do not. Okay, so obviously our bias is still bearish here. We are rejecting hard out of this 1 hour. Let's see what we're doing on the 4 hour as well. Still showing that we need to retrace a bit. So I'm thinking maybe this first presented fair value gap would be a solid draw. Even potentially these session lows if we decide to rip up at market open. At this time it's 6:55, so we'll go ahead and skip ahead. Alright, so now we are displacing lower. Let's go to the 5 minute. Oh, this would have been a solid entry right here, I feel like. Okay, let's see how far ES is from these lows. Looks like we are going to form some sort of SMT. We do have this nice trend line liquidity here. I don't know if we're going to end up running all these highs since we are in a solid downtrend, but let's just see what happens. I feel like ES is going to end up taking out this low before NQ. Alright, do we make equal lows right here? Do we sweep? Not having. Alright, there we go. So now we sweep. Let's see what NQ is doing. NQ is also below these lows. At this point, it's already 11. I don't really see anything that I would have taken here anyway. Personally, it's already 11, so if you guys don't know already, I don't trade past 11. I kind of skipped ahead too fast on this day, but that's fine. I wouldn't have taken anything there anyway. Alright, so we're on the next day here. Today is going to be Monday. Whoops, let me go to news. No news Monday, okay. That is fine. So go to the daily here to see where we're at. Okay, so we're going to be trending towards this rejection block most likely. Go to the 4 hour here. This is also going to be a 4 hour fair value gap here. We are already in it, but let's just see how we react out of this 1 hour here. Let's go to the 1 hour. So we are rejecting out of this. It's 9:55 a.m. at this point. We also came up to fill this new week opening gap. So I think shorts look really good here. We have a lot of stacked lows right here as well. So let's see if so a 15 minute is opening up right now. So we'll go down the 2 minute time frame, kind of see what's going on. 1 minute. See if we get some sort of retracement. Okay. So we could reject out of this 5 minute pretty hard. I doubt we're going to come all the way back up here to this 15 minute. So I think this looks pretty good to enter shorts. Solid rejection. Let's see if we solid 1 minute displacement as well. So I want to wait for more confirmation, honestly, because we did edge this 10 minute right here, and I don't really care about crazy risk to reward. My strategy is pretty low RR, so we'll kind of see what happens here. And we do end up dumping. That sucks. All right, so we dump down. Still pretty close to these lows, however. I don't like the fact that we edged that 5 minute unless we made an SMT out of it, which we did actually. So that's telling me that price is displacing pretty heavy to these lows. I think I do want to enter this just based on how strong these draws and liquidity are. So I'm gonna enter full size on this trade. Do around a 25-point stop. Okay, going short here. Like I said, it's a bit hefty of a stop. That is realistically where I would put that at though. Targeting these lows right here. Solid 1-to-1. Let's just see how this plays out. We're just placing pretty heavy. Alright, so we're chopping around. At this point, I'm going to go break even. TP is going to be down here. Forgot to set that. I'm going to go break even here because I don't like the way price is not delivering. So move it slight into profit. If we get break even, it's whatever. And we do get break even. And then it runs. Oh, we want to hit TP anyway. So we get, let me see if we get an SMT at these lows. ES might have taken those lows. No, we did not actually. At this point, it is what? It's already 11, so I wouldn't look for any re-entry here. Alright, so we got break even on that trade. Slight into profit. Okay. So we'll go to the next session here. Alright, we'll go to the higher time frames. At this point, it is 7 a.m. Skip ahead a bit. 7:45, 8:45, 9:30. We'll go down the lower time frames. What are we doing on the hourly? Rejecting hard out of this. Let's see. I don't have my fib tool set up actually. Maybe my GAN box is. Yes, it is. So now we're not quite in equal. Oh, actually, we might be in equilibrium. Oh, so we came to the 0.618. Let's just see what price does here. I'd like to resweep these highs up here and then continue lower because we have not reached equilibrium yet. So, all right. So what does price do? Let's see if we make an SMT up here. No SMT. Okay, so now we're just placing lower still. Let's see if ES end up resweeping that high. No, it did not. Okay. So pretty choppy price action here, honestly. I don't really like how we're moving. I guess we do kind of have a V shape right here. Do we have any news this day? Yeah, no news until Thursday, which is CPI. Is ES above these lows still? Okay, so we're pretty correlated from both of the indices. I do like how this looks. I could go for a nice 1-to-1 here. So simply because we came up and we came into this first percentage breakaway, this 5-minute gap, and we're rejecting hard out of that. So I think these lows would be a solid target here. Nice V-shaped fuck, not recovery, but you get what I'm saying. Nice V shape. I think we go break even at this internal low, targeting these lows, and we'll keep an eye on ES and see what happens here. So we're gonna go ahead and sell one. Stop loss at the top of this candle. Holy shit. Let me actually close out half of my position. I would not be risking this much. Okay, that's more accurate. So for a nice 1-to-1, I'm gonna have to put our stops a little bit lower. And we will see how we'll react out of this. That's good enough right there. We'll just watch how ES is going to react out of this if it ends up hitting those lows before NASDAQ. All right. Kind of fucked up my entry there, but it's fine. So we'll go ahead and just go down to 1 minute, see what's going on here. I do like how we're reacting. Let's see. Okay, at this point, I'm break even. We'll go slight in a profit here as well. It's more of like a psychological thing as to why I do that. See if we get break even. And we do. So let's see if ES ended up taking these lows. I should have been looking for that. And we did not. So we ended up edging those lows, but that's fine. So another break even on the month. Still slightly in a profit. Slightly in a profit. That's completely fine. Let's go to the next session. Okay, so on the hourly time frame, kind of just chopping around. Obviously, we're still in this significant bearish downtrend. All of these highs here are failing to get ran. So realistically, we probably won't take out previous day high up here, but we will see what happens. So let's go to the 1 hour, 6 a.m. Okay, scale down a bit here. 8:35. All right, so market opens. See if we make an SMT at these highs. Okay. 5 minutes so far is pretty choppy. All right, what about SMT at London highs? Not yet. Okay. Notice how we rallied up a lot during Asia. Let me see how many points we rallied up. Over fucking 500 points. All right, so this most likely means that New York is going to be pretty choppy. At this point, it is 10:15. We will see what happens though. All right, what time is it? It's already past 11, so this is just gonna be a no trade day for me. All right, so Asia is rallying again. It rallied overnight. 70 points we dumped, over 300 points. We go to the 1 hour. Looks like a daily rejection block right here. Oh, maybe not actually. 4 hour rejection. Let's see what we end up rejecting off of. Did reject off the midpoint of that. So we do have this unfilled 4 hour below. This would be a solid draw. However, we could get another day of choppy price action. We have CPI. Is it today? We do have CPI today. It already went down 8:30. So we'll see what happens here a little bit before CPI. Should see a fat ass candle. Actually, that wasn't too bad. So it's going to be a strong draw on liquidity right here. What are we doing on the hourly time frame? Not really too much. Are we coming to this 4 hour yet? Not yet. So wait to see how we react out of this. We'll go ahead and mark this as data high. This is going to be our data high right here. I'm assuming we're going to keep dumping lower. Okay, so New York opens. We get some displacement down. We come below London lows. Whereas ES fails to. So we do have a higher time frame SMT from this low to this low. Or a lower time frame SMT, I guess you could say. See if we can get some sort of displacement. Possibly target 1-to-1 at this at these data highs. Not really doing too much. Okay, so this is a solid draw on liquidity entry. Simply put, these data highs are just going to be extremely strong draw. But I don't. So ES already took out these highs. So this could end up turning into chop. I don't want to target data highs when ES has already taken them out, even though we will probably still hit them. I'm not going to enter this trade, but I'll go ahead and put like where I would put my TP and my stop loss if I did. Stop loss would be below this gap. Probably just go break even at data highs since it's not a 1-to-1. Let's just see how it would have played out. And I'm glad we did not take that. So, but we did get a nice inverse. We do have an SMT at those data highs. So where could our next potential draw on liquidity be? I don't know about this. This is pretty choppy price action. Just turned into 10 a.m. Let's see how this 1 hour candle is opening up. We haven't really manipulated much. I'm not going to take this trade. Personally, I'm guarantee we go lower though. Or not. So yeah, very choppy price action here on the 5-minute. Probably do get some displacement down. But yeah, it's not a solid entry here. Where could our next potential draw on liquidity be though? We're already in this 4 hour. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could target the midpoint of this gap. Maybe a little bit higher, actually. Alright, whatever, you guys get the point. Yeah, just no solid entry here, though. So I'm not going to take this. I do want to see how this plays out. And we do come into this midpoint. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm completely fine with not taking a trade this day. It's unfortunate that we got displacement right when ES took out the high, so that's completely fine. Let's go to the 4 hour here. What day is it currently? It's the 10th. So we've only taken like 3 trades so far, I think. 3 or 4. Go to the daily time frame. We do have this unfilled daily gap up here. I'll go ahead and mark this out. Kind of edging this gap at the moment. It's currently 7:45. I don't think we're actually going to touch into this gap until market open, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so it's 9 a.m. here. 9:15. What news do we have this day? So we have Biden speaking at 10:15, and we have consumer sentiment at 10. So I'm going to wait until both of these news come out, both of these news events. Let's go down here. All right, we see some solid dumpage. Are we coming in anything specific? No, we are not. So we have that daily gap above. I still think that's going to be a really good target. I want to see what happens. All right, so we get some solid dumpage. So at this point, Biden's about to start speaking. Let's see what ES is doing. Still pretty far from these lows as well. At this point, it's already 10:40. But the move's already been made for the day. However, yeah, unless we get some sort of displacement down, we already retraced pretty solid. We already came into this 15-minute. ES came into this 15-minute as well. I do think that shorts could be good here, targeting these session lows. If we get a nice displacement candle down, I'd be willing to take this, as well as inverse this. So we'll go to the 1-minute time frame. See if this ends up inversing. It does. We'll wait for another candle confirmation. At this point, it already might be 11. It's getting close. Okay. Now it is 11:04, but I do think that this draw is still pretty intact. We see we came up Did we inverse this 15-minute? We respected it by the tick. So this could be a solid entry for us. We do have an unfilled hourly above, but I do think we would come down and at least take out these lows before retracing. Accumulate, manipulate up. Now we're starting to distribute. We have a solid displacement candle. Instead of targeting these lows, I'd probably just target a 1-to-1 here. Stop loss route around the top of this wick, most likely. So probably go in like 3/4 of my position because it's going to be a pretty hefty stop loss. Stop loss with I got to do 0.75. All right. So this would be around 7 micros. Let's see where our TP. How close is ES to these lows? Still pretty far. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I like this entry. See what happens here. We're going short. Nice 40-point stop. See what happens. All right, this point on break even. And TP hit. That's pretty valid entry, I would say. The reason I didn't go break even at this internal low is because we did form a nice breakaway gap here. I'd want to wait for price to retrace into that, followed by displacement. Then that's why I went break even. Okay, so we will go to the next session yet again. Look on the hourly time frame, see what's going on. A lot of chop there in Asia, so New York will most likely expand pretty hefty. How many points is this range? Around 150-point range. So do we have any unfilled gaps above? We do have an unfilled 4-hour up here. Let me go ahead and mark that actually. There we go. Oh, I fucked it up. Alright, whatever. I get the point. Okay, so let's see if we end up coming into this 4-hour. It's currently what time? 7 a.m. Holy shit. Do we sweep any liquidity down here? We actually end up edging this daily gap unless ES tapped into it. Looks like we did. So we have a pretty bearish trend going on here. Let's go ahead and go a little bit further ahead. Alright, so we come down, we sweep London lows here. So this 4-hour is gonna look like a good target. We go to ES. We also swept these lows. These are very good draws in liquidity here. Pretty much equal lows all around. So only 1 hour is below. And we have this tiny one right here, but I don't think that's really too significant. We also reswept the internal low inside this 4-hour. So we could see a good longs entry here. If anything, I'd want to see some sort of continuation. Oh, we're on ES, I'm tripping. Okay. Okay, so we get a nice displacement up. This 5 minutes going pretty heavy. Did we get a nice 1 minute inverse? We did right here. So we'll probably just have to wait for some sort of retracement. Hopefully we do not displace immediately up into these highs. At this point, it's what? It is 9:40. Sorry guys, my phone's going off. Let me put that on mute. Okay, so we get a nice reaction out of here. Nothing I like to see here though. Let me just double check, make sure there's no news this day. No news Monday. Okay, FOMC is going to be on Wednesday. So we could end up seeing some choppy price here. Okay, so we resweep this internal low. Retrace into this 5 minute. I don't like the fact that we're in this 15 minute. And in this big ass 1 hour. We'll just see what price does out of here. I don't want to enter until I see solid confirmation. Okay. So we inverse this actually. Are we inversing on the 5 minute as well? What time is it? It's 9:56. It's just opened actually. ES is above these low. Okay, so we already took out session lows for ES as well. Not really liking anything I'm seeing here. It's currently 10:05. Let's see what we get. Okay, so now we're getting close to these highs. I'd like to see another some sort of retracement. Sure, we have a 5 minute opening up here. We do. ES still far away from these highs as well. Okay. Damn, I did not mean to do that. Okay, that's fine though. I want to see us retrace a little bit. I just don't like these candle closures. Let me see if we made an SMT up here. We did not. So what are we retracing into? I want to see us retrace into this 5 minute right here. Okay. Come to this 5 minute. Now we're not really reacting off of anything. Oh, we did tap in this 1 hour. So maybe shorts will look good here. However, I'm not going to enter just yet. What time is it? It's 10:44. I'm not really liking this price action. On the 5-minute, you can see we're kind of just chopping around. We're not really delivering to any draws. However, let's just wait here to see what happens. All right, I'm guessing it's already close to 11. Okay. Yeah, this is just choppy price action. I'm sure we do end up probably delivering, but I'm not going to end up trading this day. So we got FOMC. Today's Tuesday. We have FOMC the next day. So what do? On the daily, came out and swept these lows. Wait, no, did we? So we actually are above these lows. Let's see if yes did. No, that we did not. So that would be a solid draw over here. Wait, let me just double check. Yeah, yes, it still hasn't taken out those lows as well. So let's skip ahead a bit on the hourly, see what's going on. All right, so at this point, it's already, damn, I just skipped ahead of the whole session. I'm a dumbass. Do I see anything that I would have taken here anyway? No. Price just kind of ripped up. I guess we did tap into this 5-minute, but we didn't really sweep any liquidity down here. So I wouldn't have taken that anyway. All right, go to FOMC day, which most likely will also be a no trade day, but let's see what happens. So now we are ripping up. If I had to guess, I'll start doing this. I have to refresh here. Okay, there we go. So these previous day highs, previous session highs, I mean, Asia has already expanded a lot, so this is going to be most likely a low probability day. Expanded quite a bit here. Go to the 15 minutes, skip ahead. Time is 8:15. 8:30. All right, so come up here. Let's see. I'm guessing we're speaking at 10, right? Oh, so yeah, it's not till 2:30. Holy shit, there's a lot of news. We got retail sales at 8:30 as well. Biden speaking at 11:45. This just seems like a day not to trade, honestly. But if price action gives us opportunity, I am going to enter. So right now we have this SMT formed at these highs. NQ has failed to come above London highs here. But on days like this, I feel like the strategy is a little bit less probable. We edge these highs right here. It's on the 1 minute. Never mind, we come above these highs. It's a lot of news this day. So what will our next draw on liquidity be? Potentially these highs up here. How close is ES to taking these highs? Very close. Yeah, just low probability entries here. I'm sure it does deliver, but yeah, there we go. It does deliver, but it's just something I'm not willing to risk when ES already took those highs. Yeah, now we're just chopping around. It's already 11, so we'll go to the next session. Hopefully this one will be good. So far, no trades this week. All right, so now, let's see what we're doing. I'm going to delete all this. Okay, so let's see what kind of range we're in, if we came into equilibrium yet. So pretty far from equilibrium still. We'll go to the 15 minutes, skip ahead again. Alright, so now we have relative equal highs up here. Let's see if ES has taken these yet. Not yet. So let's even get some sort of retracement. Target these highs up here. Go down to the 1 minute. Okay, so right now, 5 minutes not yet opened up. Okay, still hasn't opened up. Let's see if we made an SMT. Not yet. Okay, that's actually perfect. Because NASDAQ still hasn't swept these highs yet. So I'm guessing we're coming down into this 5 minute potentially. We get a nice retracement there. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we inversed. We did inverse just 1 minute. However, we're just tapped into this 2 minute. I'd like to see this get inversed as well. Let's see if we make an SMT out of this 5 minute. No, we did not. So now we re-swept this internal low on the 15 minute. Let's see if we can get some nice displacement back up. It's 10:39. and nothing. That sucks. We kind of just edged these highs here. Had no yeah. I guess we did take these highs, but I'd rather see these highs get taken as well. Yep, unfortunate, but we'll go to the next session again. Hopefully we can get at least one trade this week. This is bad. Okay, so now we're just consolidating. I'm guessing this next move is going to be another expansion move. We're currently in this 4 hour. I'd like to see both of these lows get reswept. I'm guessing 10 a.m. will manipulate lower. And then we'll get a nice nice expansion again to the upside. Alright, it's 8:30. I just kind of skipped ahead. That's fine though. Alright, so market rips up on ES. NQ did the same. Go down to the 1 minute and start to see what's going on here. And we're just ripping. Okay. So NQ has edged these highs. ES does not gotten these highs as well. Let's just double check on the 4 hour. Yeah. So that is going to be our draw on liquidity here. We have a 5 minute. Not yet. Wait, do we? No. Okay. Resweep this high. Still haven't taken out these highs. Nope. Just double check, make sure ES hasn't as well. Yes, ES is still further away than NASDAQ. I'm sure we do have a 5 minute that's opened up at this point. We do. Let's wait for us to retrace. Alright, so no retracement. But now we could look at for shorts potentially. Because we have a SMT here. ES is not yet taken out these highs, whereas NASDAQ did. So that's a bearish SMT. And we also have an unfilled 5 minute below. And no bottom wick on this 5 minute candle. So this is very, very high probability. If we can get an entry here. So we sweep. Continue to rally. Holy shit, dude. We are expanding heavy here. ES probably has taken out these highs by now. Yeah, we have. So we could still look for some sort of shorts here to catch a retracement. So if we could potentially see some sort of accumulation with an SMT formed, that would be solid. Or we can just keep ripping the fuck up. Okay. Okay, what are we doing on the 30-second? Okay, so we retrace into this 5 minute. See, typically, when we have this much volume in the market, even we won't tend to retrace down entirely into this 15 minute. We very well could. But unless we make some sort of SMT here, I would like to see NASDAQ make an SMT at this high and then take shorts, possibly. Alright, let's see what we're doing. We're in this 15 minute. It's 10:30. So what am I seeing here? 5 minute. I want to see an SMT form, man. Can we just rally back up? Okay, so fuck, it's 11, bro. Kind of just missed the move on that one. Is there any possible entries? Nothing on the 5 minute. I guess this 15 minute we did come in here. And it's like, yeah, we did inverse this, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't like the way these candles formed. I guess the one trade you could have taken was this 1 minute inverse right here, but at the same time, we had this 2 minute right above. So yeah, it's just a no-go. So no trades this week. It's currently the 18th. We'll go to the next session. I've not taken a lot of trades this month. Go to ES. Okay. So we're pretty good. We're gonna be pretty overextended here. I want to see some sort of retracement. And we're above these highs up here, so I would like to see some sort of retracement. Alright, so we come up, take out the session high, see what ES has done. So we're above this high as well on ES. However, I would like to see some sort of shorts play out here. So we rally up here, come above these highs. Let's see if we can get a nice inverse. Alright, so we do get a nice inverse here. We are retracing into a 5 minute. I want to see this 5 minute close. Okay, so with a 5 minute close, we did end up inversing. Stop loss is going to be fucked if I do want to take this. I'm going to go on half sizing because my stop loss is going to be pretty heavy here, but I do want to enter in this. Unless ES, of course, taking it. Okay, yeah, so ES has not inversed the gap yet. I still think this is a solid trade. Stop loss is going to be above this gap, and what we're going to do So we're going to target all this trend line liquidity. I think all this needs to get ran. We'll take profit at this this low right here. I never like to put my TP right at the lows, simply because a lot of the times we'll either form an SMT or price will just edge it for some reason. So this is going to be a heavy stop loss play. That's why I de-risked. So what do we got here? Like a 45-point stop. We will most likely see some sort of retracement before we continue lower, but or not. Okay, at this point, I'm going to be trailing to a winning day at least. Heavy displacement, and we get it. All right, so it's another trade taken. Beautiful entry, honestly, and look how we just ran all this trendline liquidity, all this shit right here. All these stacked lows just got ran. This is something you guys should be looking for, especially when we take out high resistance draw like this. All these stacked lows are solid draws. This is all trendline liquidity, and all of it got ran. So great trade there. Go to the next session. All right, so now we're consolidating a bit. So I still think, okay, we are reacting strong out of this 4 hour. So I would like to see all these highs get taken, but we're most likely going to do that pre-market, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we get those highs get taken. Let's see if we have some sort of unfilled 5-minute below. As not yet formed, we'll probably go back up and then look for an entry. Damn, okay. So we get an inverse on this 5-minute. This is also some good, somewhat stacked liquidity. Not as good as the last trade. What are we doing on the hourly? Is it 10 a.m. yet? I kind of want to see how this 10 a.m. candle forms. So we resweep this high. We did end up respecting this 5-minute, which kind of sucks because it didn't really give me a good entry. Alright, so now we'll have another 5-minute opening up here. Let's see if we get an SMT here. The 5-minute, there's an unfilled 5-minute right here. Also, no bottom wick on this 5-minute candle. Let's see if we got a lower time from SMT here. So we got lower lows here on NASDAQ or on ES. Higher highs here. Let's just, if we get a solid displacement here. Okay, so we resweep. Now let's see if we form an SMT. So we have equal highs here. That is technically an SMT still. So if we get a nice 30-second inverse here, nice 30-second displacement, this could be a good entry. Resweep again. Yes, also resweeps. What time is it? 10:17. So like when we start to accumulate like this after we rally, that's where I start to look for the lower time frame SMTs, right? So yes, okay, so we have higher high there, higher high here. So I want to see another resweep. So NASDAQ comes above these highs again. ES fails to, right? So it hasn't closed yet, but we'll see what happens here. If we get a solid inverse on this 30-second, and we do not. Let's see if we form one here. Okay, we have one formed again. So from this high to this recent high, and then this this high to this high, so that's an SMT right here. Let's see if we can get a solid 30-second displacement. And we just keep rallying, man. Just keep rallying. What do we have below us? So I'm guessing we have this 15-minute. Okay. I still want to see an SMT form. I do want to take a retracement. Come above. We're just ripping up. What the fuck? There is no news right here. Where are we displacing to? I mean, we have these highs up here, but dude, what the fuck? I mean, if we hit this draw on liquidity before I can get an entry, that would be solid. But if not, I mean, I'd still like to see a retracement here. We're just continuously ripping up. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, we came into this 5-minute, bro. Honestly, I like this entry a lot. We are clearly displacing towards this high up here. I don't like the fact that this 15-minute candle. I'm going to enter half size here. Stop loss right here. TP right here. So this is a solid, we have solid displacement. We are not retracing whatsoever. So when this kind of shit happens, unless ES is close to this high already, I don't see a world where we don't end up just running to this. Let's see how close we are to this daily high on ES. So we're still pretty far away as well. So I think that's what we are going to do. So we have a nice 1-to-1, solid retracement, solid displacement. Let's just see what happens. Oh, we might get cooked. And we're cooked. Yeah. What time is it? It's 11:01. Coming to this 15-minute. Maybe that's a bad trade looking at it now. Wow. Wow. I want to re-enter so bad, but I'm not going to. Wow. That sucks. Alright. Took a loss to stay. That's completely fine. Managed our risk well. So right now, let's see if we have a higher time from SMT. We do not. However, we do need to retrace pretty heavy after that fucking massive move up yesterday. So we're currently inside this 4 hour. However, let me see what the equilibrium range is going to be for this. Swing high to this, or swing low to this, swing high. Let's see if it aligns with any key levels. We have an hourly candle with no wick right here, so this could be a solid draw. Let's go to the 15 minutes, see what happens. Hopefully we don't get price coming into this. Okay, so now we get price comes into, we're not yet into equilibrium. Pretty choppy price action. Let's see if we have any news. Of course, we have Powell spoke. Oh, Powell spoke at 8 a.m. Didn't really do much. Okay. I don't like this 5-minute price action. Hopefully 10 a.m. we get some solid confirmation. We're just chopping. So we do have all these stacked, like, okay, so this is what I mean. Look how much Asia dumped overnight. I would like to see us come deliver to all this stacked liquidity up here, but, and we have relative equal highs up here, so like it is solid. Let me see if I can get some sort of retracement here. So we come into this 3-minute. This 5-minute has not opened up yet. Don't do me like that. All right, so we have a 5-minute that's opened up here. All right, so I like that entry here. Reacting strong out of this 5-minute. We have all these stacked lows right here. Inversed on the 2-minute as well. Yeah, I like this. I'm gonna go in like 3-4 size right here. Stop loss is gonna be right here. Take profit. Where's a reasonable take profit at? I guess the top of this 15-minute candle, no wick. I'd say we go break even right here. That'll be our break even. There we go. All right, so we're taking longs. See what happens here. Damn, do we really get cooked like that? All right, we're break even technically. So you get some nice displacement. Come on, and we get break even, which is fine because we would have got cooked. So we did end up reacting out of that 1 hour. But now my bias is kind of flipped. Now that we're reacting strong out of that 1 hour, I don't. We kind of already missed our entry here. Yeah. Well, we still haven't came into equilibrium yet. That could be a good target for us. So let's just see if we get some sort of entry. Let's see if we make an SMT out of this. I mean, it's already at 11, but we do have an SMT formed here, though. Let's go to the 1 minute. If we get reaction out of this and then displace lower, I think that would be solid. Okay. See, this looks solid to me because we have an SMT within this 1 hour, right? We reswept that high, whereas ES did not. See? So, I honestly think this looks solid, man. Like, I know I don't really enter after 11 like that, but we have a 5-minute below. We have this 5-minute below. This could be a solid entry. I'm going to de-risk here, though, by a decent amount. I'm literally going to go in with, like a third of my position sizing. I guess we go break even, just target 1 to 1. Break even right here. We're just de-risking this trade. Simple as that. Reverse. Ah. No! That's fine. We did de-risk there, so we're still up 1,800 on the month. What? Alright, so this is the 22nd now. All right, on the 4 hour, we need to catch a banger trade before the month's over. So, respecting bearish, disrespecting bullish. Go to the 15-minute. Yep. So our buy's gonna be bullish or bearish, and then we also have all these stacked lows during Asia. We're not really expanding over Asia, so that's telling me New York is probably gonna be pretty good. We'll go to the 15-minute, skip ahead. All right, so what do we do? Hopefully we made an SMT. We did not. Let's see what we're gonna end up doing. So right now we're not really displacing towards any draws. I'd like to see some sort of confirmation that we're gonna displace somewhere. Okay, so right here is ES above those highs. No, we are not. I don't really like how this looks, bro. We're kind of just stuck in this range unless we came to some sort of hourly. We did come into this hourly on ES. Let's see what happens here. Just chopping around. All right, so we get some displacement. We accumulate. I'd like to see these lows get taken here. So it looks like NASDAQ is going to end up taking these lows before ES. So we do that right here. We edge previous day low, but we do take out Asia low. So we could look for a 30-second inverse here, targeting this unfilled. Well, we don't have an unfilled 5 minute yet. Hopefully we just resweep, and then we can look for an entry. Not really the resweep I wanted. So we're coming to this 2 minute. Time is it? 10:21. Okay, this is a nice displacement down. We are reacting out of this. Alright, so we resweep this low. We have an unfilled 5 minute above, I'm guessing. Yep, we have this unfilled 5 minute above here. Come down, resweep this low, and we also take out these previous day lows down here. And on top of that, we have a huge SMT formed here. So this could be a solid entry if we can get an inverse. So that's honestly good enough for me, man. That displacement right there tells me everything I need to know. So I am going to enter here. We're going to have a pretty hefty stop loss yet again. So I'm going to go like half of my position sizing. I guess we can add on to our position here. Hold on 1 second. So we'll go ahead and buy another 0.5. Oh, it doesn't average up my position for me. Alright, that's fine though. So TP is going to be here. TP is going to be here. And we got TP hit. Okay. Go to the next session. See if we have any news. Dude, I didn't even realize we had 8:30 news that one day. Okay, so it's the 25th of March. We got like a few days left in these. So, a few days left in this month. So, 15 minute. Asia's kind of still consolidating a bit. We'll go ahead and skip ahead. Okay, so right now we are displacing towards these session lows. ES is still pretty far away. What do we look like on the 4 hour for NASDAQ? I'm gonna have to refresh here again. I don't know why the 4 hours is like the only time for that glitches sometimes, bro. That shit's so annoying. Okay. Okay, so we are in this 4 hour here. I still want to see these lows get swept down here. So whether we get displacement, nice entry, or what. NASDAQ. So yeah, NASDAQ is going to end up taking out these lows. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so NASDAQ actually edges these lows here. ES is still pretty far away. We're coming into this 5 minutes, so if we can react strong out of this, we can target these lows actually. Alright, there we go. That's a solid displacement candle right there. Solid rejection out of this 5 minute. We go break even at this internal low. Okay. Stop loss here. Targeting session lows. What we're going to do is we're going to actually put a stop right here. 27-point stop. Enter. Since we're already up pretty hefty for the month, we can afford to de-risk a bit. So I'm going to go with like 0.75 my position. Stop loss here. TP down here. See what happens. And we get cooked. Did we make an SMT at these lows? We did not. That's very interesting. Did we come into a 15-minute? No. Just looks like a statistical loss, honestly. That's completely fine. I really thought we would come down and take out those lows. Instead, we just rally up. Unless I'm tripping. No, we edge these lows. Alright. That's fine. It's more of like a statistical loss, I would say. That's a good trade. I don't regret taking that. Okay, I'm trying to go to the next session. Are we just going to fumble? There we go. So it's currently the 29th. We have 2 days left in this month. Right now, we're obviously in an uptrend. Next potential draw could be this previous day high up here. Asia, I'd say we were going to manipulate down and potentially target this high up here. But we'll see what happens. Or we do the opposite. Alright, let's see if ES end up taking out this daily high. So what day was this? 22nd of February. 22nd of February. So we have made an SMT right here. If we see here, we have a lot of stack lows below. React pretty heavily, so we retrace back into this breaker. See if we can get some sort of displacement lower. Okay, we do start getting some displacement here. See if we're coming into an hourly. So we have this unfilled hourly below here. Hopefully we're not in a 4-hour right now. No. Okay, so I think we're going to at least come into this hourly right here. Hopefully we don't displace into it right away. I'd like to see some sort of re-entry. Okay, are we coming into a 5-minute here? Okay. We're constantly making lower highs. Not a ton of volume in the market. We did have a nice V-shaped inverse right here on this 2-minute. 3-minute as well, we got a nice inverse. I think this looks solid, honestly. Well, we're gonna sell here. Stop loss here. Take profit here at this hourly. Got on this 1 minute, see what happens. We're gonna go break even at this internal low. Okay. Alright, so we are break even. Trailer stop a bit. And TP hit. Alright, so that puts us up pretty good on the month. I'm sure we react out of this hourly. Maybe resweep and then react. Yep. Just choppiness after that. But yeah, it would have delivered out of the hourly though. I'm sure we probably made an SMT right here. Maybe not. Okay. Alright, so we have 1 day left. Oh, we have 2 days left in the month. We got ADP employment tomorrow, 8:15. These aren't really big news events pre-market, but yeah, let's see. Let's go to the next session. Okay. So here, pretty overextended on NASDAQ. We have this unfilled daily gap below. And we just came up and swept previous day highs, so this would be a solid draw on liquidity here. Yeah, we barely reswept those previous day highs. Okay, so it's going to be our solid draw here. I'm going to skip ahead on the 15 minutes, see what happens. Alright, so go to the 5 minute here, see what's going on. Alright, let's see if we're getting close to making an SMT with NASDAQ or OTS. Okay, so I'd like to see price honestly display, so take these highs. It looks like we're just chopping. At this point it's 10:55. Yeah, we get displacement on the 5 minute, but oh man. I think that daily gap wants to get filled bad, to be honest. That sucks. We're probably not going to get an entry. It's already past 11, but let's see if we can maybe get 1 PM session. Who knows? Alright, just kind of wasting time here. We're just gonna go to the last day. We're already up on the month pretty heavy, so. Oh, damn! I thought March had 31 days. Is this a Friday? That's weird. Won't let me go to the 31st. I guess it ends. Yeah, let's check out our analytics. 70% win rate, 13 total trades. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Profit factor is 3.02. All right, let's see here. Let's see how the month went for us. So overall, not bad, man. We did have like a bad week on the last second to last week of the month, but we managed our risk pretty well, and we still ended up positive on the month, I believe. 700, 800. Yeah, we're still up. We're still up green every single week. But yeah, I think that was a pretty good representation of how I trade, and I think I've told you guys, maybe not on YouTube before, but the way I backtest, like I'm consistently getting a 65 to 75% win rate pretty much in any month. So this month was just a bit short of 70%. 13 total trades taken, and that means how many payouts would I have been able to take? Just 1, 2, 3, 4. So just one payout would have been taken this month. So total P&L was what? 2,500. So you figure eventually I'm gonna have 5 to 10 accounts per month. So that's at least, what's the math there? At least like $6,000 a month at the bare minimum. And honestly, I didn't really do the best this month. Like, yeah, I had a good win rate. My average RR, as you can see, was 1. Oh, that's trades. Average trades taken a day was 1.2. But yeah, overall, not a bad month. And I am up how many percent? How much percent am I up on the month? So like, does it even say that? So up 5% on the month, which isn't amazing, but it's not bad, right? So I'm still net positive on the month. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's going to be pretty long, but if you guys wanted to learn something, how I trade, how I kind of view the market, I hope this helps. So yeah, I'm going to be posting more on YouTube, whether it be back testing or it's definitely going to be, I think the next video is probably going to be the update of when I finally hit at least 5K a month. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.